What's going on, guys? I got some bad news. This 6-foot aquarium has sprung a leak. It entirely sucks, but I'm not going to sit there and dwell on it just because I've resealed so many aquariums. I've kind of gone into like military mode. When an aquarium, I came in here and I noticed there was tons and tons of water on the floor, and I'm just like, what tank am I resealing? You know, it's just like, so I immediately removed all the fish in that tank. I'm going to be doing a video on resealing an aquarium. I've ironically been talking about doing this video for a hot second. Now I've been forced to do this video. I need to reseal this tank, so there will be a video coming soon. What sort of sucked is I had to move all of the fish around in other tanks. You can see that tank is heavily stocked, and this tank is heavily stocked. And yes, this is the tank that has the new substrate in there. And yes, this video is devoted to video number 2 of figuring out the cheapest aquarium substrate. And here's the thing. A lot of you guys in the last video, for me searching for the cheapest substrate to use in my shop build, a lot of you guys said just use sand. Pool filter sand is the cheapest, Chris. But I said in the video, I'm not a huge fan of sand. So it's like, did you not watch the video? Do you guys just comment and not watch the video? I think that sometimes happens. But anyways, guys, the floor dry looks pretty dang good. My experimental finding the cheapest substrate I could. Actually, let's shut off all the lights in here and I'll flip the camera. So here it is, guys. This is the tank I put the floor dry in, and I did this around a week ago. I tested the water. Everything turned out completely fine. I happened to have another aquarium spring a leak, so I threw all these cichlids in there. Everything just went well. I couldn't be happier. The look of this stuff, I'm obsessed with. It has kind of a natural look to it. I'm not saying that every floor dry is going to look like this, but maybe I'll post a picture of the brand that I bought. Maybe some of you guys could also use this as a cheap substrate. And again, you guys kept telling me in the comment section, oh, you gotta use sand, it's the cheapest. Guys, I'm not a huge advocate of sand. Like, it's just, it's too light. It gets in the water column. I just don't like it. And I mean, the test on this stuff is going to be how dusty it is. Like when some other fish start to move it, you know, if you have breeding fish in there, it could get crazy. Guys, this tank is looking amazing. Tell me if these fish don't look amazing. Like, I don't want to be boisterous, but God, these fish just look amazing. And a lot of people troll and say, hey man, your fish look terrible. Tell me that to these fish. Oh look, I got a new vieja. There's a video coming soon, guys. Have a new vieja in there, so that's pretty cool. So guys, I'm just rambling here. I'm kind of on a high because I'm just like so excited how this turned out. I love doing DIY stuff like this where you can save money and it just looks awesome. So like I was saying, the ultimate test is going to be how dirty it is in the water column. So I decided to do a little test and just put my hand inside the aquarium and kind of just try to shake around the substrate a little bit, or the gravel, whatever you want to call it, and just see how dirty this stuff is going to be. The fish have already kind of moved around a little bit and brought up the old substrate, so they have been doing a little moving around of the I can't speak, guys. Let's throw my hand in there and see how messy this stuff is. So just taking off the lids here, and yes, that Beischer does look a little bloated. He ate a huge piece of shrimp yesterday, so he is very, very full. So I'm doing a little test here, guys, moving around some substrate and just seeing how cloudy this water does get. And it doesn't seem to get too cloudy. You have to know, though, that this is a small particulate substrate. So, you know, like even sand is going to get up in the water column a little bit. But I got to say, I'm pretty happy with the turnout on this. And also, I'll have you know that I put everything into this aquarium yesterday. I put all this wood in there, all the floating plants, all of the fish, and the substrate a couple days ago. But guys, this tank looks pretty dang good. What do you think, guys? Is this something you would use as an aquarium substrate? Is floor dry something you would screw around with, or no? A lot of people have been telling me I'm absolutely crazy. Chris, why would you put kitty litter in your aquarium or floor dry? This is stupid. Am I losing something? No. Here's the thing, guys. You're kind of missing what I'm saying here. Aquarium gravel Like black gravel is $1 per pound on average. And I have 50 to 60 aquariums in the shop. I need to fill with substrate, gravel, and it's going to be extremely expensive. So we're going to have to find DIY alternatives. And I do have some sand. I am aware that sand is probably the cheapest, and a lot of you guys are mentioning that, but I don't want sand in every tank. I like and prefer gravel. So let me know in the comments section, is this all kind of stupid to you, the cheap substrate trials? I don't know, maybe you have some ideas. A lot of people have said just bring a shovel to the lake and remove the sand from the lake. That's, a lot of people do that in ponds. I don't know, guys. I really like the 3mm granular gravel size, and it almost is like the best because detritus and things don't sink underneath like river rock, and smaller gravel is usually better for plants and fish. Guys, I'm rambling. Please let me know in the comment section what you think. Have I lost my mind? I don't think so, though. Have I?